Hello, Steve White, Steve White's 89. Well, I finally got my Henry Cavill Superman, and I had to do a little bit of a comparison between him and the, I think it's Funjoy or Funjoy figure. There are things about this I like. I bought this originally in place of this. I thought it was a knockoff with a material cape, and I thought, well, I like the material cape better, so I'm going to buy the knockoff. And then once I looked at it, I realised, no, they're actually a totally different figure. So, I mean, I liked the texture of this one. It's a lot more subtle and it had more detail here with the blue lines, all that, but the gold parts are painted yellow, and a huge issue was the Superman symbol was bright red and yellow. Now I've repainted it sort of a more of a burgundy, sort of dark red, put a little bit of texture on it with the paint, but it's not like a pattern like the rest of it, so it doesn't quite look right. But this one, the detail is so sculpted and really stands out. I felt it was a bit too much. It's just really looks really sculpted. Now the actual head sculpt looks more like Henry Cavill, and this one has got a big ears. His eyes are bluer. His hairline's different. I don't know. I think this one does look better, and it does fit in with my other Macfarlane figures, which was sort of the point. But I noticed something really weird. His knees are made out of a different plastic. They're not like gloss and not as dark, so they're just like light matte plastic. So it looks like he's got these weird little knee pads on. And I'm like, and also the colour, like the cape is really nice. It's quite big, but it's this real burgundy rust sort of colour. It's not more the bright red, or because neither of these show up on camera the colour they actually are. This has a more of a sort of a pinky purpley red colour, whereas this has more of a browny rusty sort of colour red. And the material is nice, but yeah, it's not the colour I thought it was. And just when you say put him next to the Christopher Reeve Superman, the difference is, like when you look at that bright red versus that rusty sort of red, it's strange. And in all the photos of this one, he looked like more of the sort of deep red I thought the figure would be, because I thought that costume was more of a deep red, not sort of a rust red. So it looks more rust actually on the camera. But yeah, so I mean, main issue I have is that the cape here is attached too high. It should be attached down there. And what I thought, well, I mean, if they did, you could just bend it back like that and it would look just like the cape pretty much in the movie. But instead, they've got it too high. It sits too high. Now this one is the opposite problem. It's got the separate little strand, like little strap to attach it, but it comes all the way down to under the symbol where it's supposed to stop a little bit before it, where that line is there. So neither one is right. But I bought this initially because I thought it was a knockoff and it had a material cape, and the original release of this had a plastic cape, which I did not like. So then they released it in a 2-pack. Actually, they did a Target special and the cape was awful, and I'm like, do I buy the awful material cape or the plastic one, because the plastic one was cheaper? Then they released this one as a 2-pack, and I could have got it for $15 less than I paid from someone in Tasmania, but I procrastinated about the cape, and then someone else bought it, and I had to buy it from someone in America for like $15 more, and I had to wait 2 weeks to get it. So I should have just bought the other one. But I really wasn't sure about the cape, because even though it's material, it's not attached properly. So I noticed that. But neither is this one. At least with this one, you could cut it off and glue it back down where it's supposed to be, and if you can hide the edge where it's cut off. But I don't think you can do that because, yeah. So like this one, I'd like to repaint the yellow gold. But yeah, this I just don't know why they didn't just make it further down so it sat, over the edge, because the cape does actually come out from there and you can bend it back and it would be very similar to how it is in the actual film. I don't know why they didn't do that. I hope this is all in focus. And then I had another little revelation. My Wonder Woman. When I got it, I didn't notice that the headpiece wasn't attached. And I was like, oh. And I saw it separately. I thought, well, that's cool. You can have it on or off, whatever. And then I realised, no, there's no hole. I thought there'd be a little hole to slip it in the edges. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I saw someone do a review of the latest Wonder Woman, and apparently, well, I realised that the hair is a separate piece. So I just sort of pulled it away from her face and I was able to put the actual headband on. So it's like, yes, she finally has a headband. I thought I was going to have to buy one of the other versions that have a sculpted headband. I actually prefer the one that can come off or stay on. But the only issue was, you can see some of the paint has gotten onto her head, and I tried to scratch some of it off, but unfortunately, because it's black plastic underneath, I left a few little scratches. So I got rid of some of the paint, but I also left a couple of scratches. So, yeah. And of course, I had to compare her to the Mattel DC multiverse version, Linda Carter version, which is really nice. I can't wait to see the McFarlane version of the Linda Carter, because this is a little smaller. As you can see, they're about sitting at about the same point, so it's a little bit difference in height. But yeah, I just wanted to show my new Henry Cavill Superman and my little Wonder Woman adjustment. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.